Texans versus Bears in the Hall of Fame game. There was a lot of talk about the brand new kickoff rules. That's the landing zone right there, surrounded by the big green virtual box. And like many boxes that you'll encounter on this earth, underwhelming on the night. But Joe Buck and Troy Aikman wouldn't shut up about it. It's a big deal. It's a big deal.
But you never know in these preseason games.
You never know.
This one will be.
The kickoff coverage isn't allowed to leave until the ball touches the ground or touches the receiver, and that's going to be a problem.
Returned by Sims.
Here we go. It's safer.
And he's out to the 26, and that is
doesn't look safer or more explosive. Every single one of the tackles tonight was like at an awkward body angle.
We're going to replay it.
Thank you, Joe. I need a replay of that non-return.
Teams
Steven Sims
side
returner.
of the 50. They're trying to make the kickoff an active, dynamic play again.
This is about as safe as asbestos when it comes to preventing one type of problem but inviting another. So basically no concussions, but everybody's going to get lung cancer 40 years from now.
So
look it up, kids. It was a big deal back in the day.
Down less than one.
Okay, this was confusing because the Texans' new uniforms, though I like them a lot, they look a lot like the Bears' uniforms.
They hand to Agunbowale, and he's got the first down.
Agunbowale is
running
good for
behind
3 yards,
backup.
whether you need 2 yards or 27. He's going to give you 3. Sister's an awesome basketball player. Oh, and by the way, if last night's action whet your appetite for some gambling action, go to BetUS. They're going to give you 125% bonuses on your first 3 deposits, up to $2,000. You can use my link below to get that and check out all of the really cool future bets like D'Amico Ryan. D'Amico Ryan's, frankly, honestly, an insult that he's not going to get the benefit of the doubt, despite what he did last year and losing a coach of the year to somebody who he actually beat in the playoffs. BetUS, it's where the game begins. The first play here is not going to be a good one for Davis Mills. I blame him as the captain of the ship on this, even though it was likely the timing of somebody else.
No handoff, and Davis Mills gets dumped by Kareem.
They drove down the field. Davis Mills made some really nice plays, bailed out by his receivers a couple times. That's neither here nor there. I wasn't as high on Davis Mills as some people were after this game, but I will acknowledge he did some really good things in this game.
13th play of this drive. Mills, good protection underneath. Touchdown Texans. Quitoriano with a score and a fantastic drive.
Quitoriano get injured later, which is unfortunate because it's been a problem for him.
By Davis Mills,
touchdown.
Cade Stover did a good job blocking on this game. I haven't watched him specifically every snap yet, but I think he's shown improvement as a blocker.
What a drive it is. 13 plays, 74 yards, and basically 6.5 minutes off the clock.
Congratulations. Davis Mills did a good job managing the game, which is game manager is not an insult, especially when you're talking about backup quarterbacks. He takes too many risks and he makes too many curious decisions for me to feel 100% comfortable with him, but he does look very comfortable in this offense.
Congratulations to him. Well-deserved. And I know D'Amico Ryans is so excited the Texans are here and that he's here to witness it.
Good move here by Davis Mills. Buys some time, and he's able to find a receiver down to the 40. That's Skoranek.
That was really nice. Skoranek's done that all camp long. Really good job by Davis Mills using his athleticism, which he does have. It's not even deceptive. He's got some athleticism. I'll excuse that high ball because he was doing it under duress. And that was just simply the defensive end not biting on the play action more so than it was a blocking error by anybody else. So far, I've been pleased with the blocking.
Where's the role going to be for Dalton Schultz? I like him as well. A good signing by the Texans.
2nd down and 7 for Rippon. Hangs in and finds his tight end.
Hey, watch here. All right. Kalen Bullock did some good things in this game. Looked like a rookie in some regards, especially looked like a rookie here where number 41, who I thought was Lonnie Johnson at first because Lonnie Johnson is tall and lanky, and a young Lonnie Johnson would have done something like this, jars the ball out.
The catch and a fumble, Tommy Sweeney. And
he's celebrating as, let's rewind this a little bit. Texans defenders going after the ball like a bunch of spermazoa trying to penetrate an egg. Ed says, no, not this time, buddy. You're not enough of a provider.
And a fumble, Tommy Sweeney.
Ovum bounces out. Tommy Sweeney, who I'm guessing has like 7 uncles who are Irish cops.
And then able to get back on top of it.
So good play. Hey, I was on the field when a rookie Plaxico Burress in a regular season game, caught a pass, went to the ground, and untouched by defenders, stood up and spiked the ball. And look, it was early. He was a rookie. Plaxico would never go on to do anything of questionable judgment ever again on a football field.
Rippon, undrafted out of college, was
Rippon, nephew of Mark Rippon, spirit animal to this dude.
The Rippon and the Terran. The Rippon and the Terran.
with the
And
Broncos.
had a hell of a
and
night.
then bounced around last year.
All right,
Herbert
Texans. This is a Texans channel, by the way, in case some of you Bears fans haven't noticed
with
by
the
now. Don't be
Broncos.
mad at me. Just enjoy the other perspective. Be a good American. The D-line and the linebackers had breakdowns. The linebackers in this game, I was most concerned about just their recognition of run pass. They were just kind of stuck in cement at times.
And then bounced around last year. Herbert is able to take it
Nice
down
run by
inside the
Herbert.
30.
Trying to run the football, and I don't think they're going to stray too
Ali Gay there down at the bottom, I thought did some nice things, number 90.
far from that this year either.
Wide open for a touchdown. It's Colin Johnson.
Get used to Colin Johnson. The Brett Rippon Colin Johnson was the story of the night. Congratulations, Longhorns.
Rippon knowing exactly where he's
Did you see those eyes? Those are the eyes of a killer right there.
going with the ball. I mean, that's just a good setup. They've been running that route with these guys, the stick routes, and now they run a stick and go.
So they baited him with the stick. They got him with the stick and go. The film work for our preseason opponents is almost zero. So I'm not going to get overly critical of the secondary for the – all right, I'll get critical of them for the multiple coverage busts, but still.
If everybody stays healthy, likely Stroud, Mills, and
Ah.
Keenum.
Ooh.
Case
Cam Akers, 2 Achilles tendon tears. Had the last one in week 9 of last year. Has looked pretty spry at camp. I've been telling people to be cautious about getting excited about Cam Akers. And then that SOB has to go and do this.
picks it up, finds Akers.
A little
Nice
spin.
And Cam Akers has got another Texans first down.
I'm still skeptical of him as a running back, but I think as a receiving threat out of the backfield on 3rd down, just by size and history of an injury that took down a Greek demigod. I'm a little bit concerned, but it's hard not to be impressed by A, his recovery, and B, just his speed and his elusiveness in the open field.
At the Chicago 29.
But he's all spread out. Nice
Keenum
protection.
floats it. He's got Hutchinson, and he's got a 1st and goal.
Hutchinson was if the Texans had come away with the 3-quarter, spoiler alert, this game gets canceled because of weather. Hutchinson was the story of the night for me offensively. That was a Case Keenum joint on that throw right there. Beautiful throw. I thought Case actually had a better night than Davis. They're all going against backups, but still.
He certainly played at a high level in some of the biggest games down the stretch.
2nd down and goal. Keenum protected underneath. Touchdown. That's Akers.
If you're a Texans fan that suffered through 2001 and 2022, you thought that was an interception at first because it looks like a Bears uniform and he was headed back out of the end zone.
And Cam Akers is able to take it in after Chicago had called a timeout. Long
Got
road
Case.
back for Cam Akers. Takes a knee. Says a quick prayer as he's got a touchdown.
Well, this was too easy.
Oh, kickoff rules. Oh, nobody offsides here.
The kickoff is going to be returned from about the goal line.
Safer, right? Ugh.
That is John Jackson. And as you said early in this game, both special teams coordinators told us.
Told us what?
Pat McAfee would have been great.
Why are you bringing Pat McAfee into my life
This-
right now? I have to have very specific and limited doses of Pat McAfee, who I think is awesome, but I can only take so much of him.
New kickoff rule as a kicker.
Oh, that was
What
nice.
a catch! I agree.
Poor Mike Ford, number 4. He had him well covered. That was a beautiful Brett Rippon, Colin Johnson connection.
But what a catch by Colin Johnson.
I've been impressed with what Rippon's been able to do. He's got
Me
2
too.
incompletions, and both of those were drops. He's thrown some good balls.
Not much of a pass rush.
Rippon end zone. Touchdown Chicago. Tommy
That guy's drinking.
Sweeney.
He's drinking. He's had 18 Guinness since then. Went to BC,
Well,
right?
Tommy Sweeney, you're going to see him
Definitely.
right here. He does an excellent job.
He either went to BC, Notre Dame, and definitely St. Mary's or Joseph's Prep or something.
It's a stick and go like we saw earlier, and just a lot of blown coverages and not carrying.
Yeah, good job. Just not trying to tackle, but just run into the man that's much larger than you. Let me tell you something about this. This is
And,
simple physics.
just
This is Sweeney times mass divided by
coverage.
hitting him in the midsection instead of in his legs and not trying to wrap up at all. Like,
And not
you're going to lose that battle.
On every kickoff.
Learned that at St. Mary's.
Because someone's leaving early, but that's what we have seen tonight.
Here's one over the middle, and a nice spinning grab is made into Texans.
By the way, the number 22 in coverage there was not 22 Cam Akers. There's two 22s on the roster right now. That was Jacob Phillips, 5th or 6th year guy out of LSU.
Territory by Bates. So they will overturn the call. Still
pass rush.
A great effort by Johnson.
That was Malik Fisher, who they signed just before camp. And he had some nice rushes that night, but they got to do a better job of containing. When you got an athlete like Brett Rippon out there, what the hell are you even thinking letting him loose?
Rippon, and now good job by Rippon as he ends up buying time.
This soft spot between the linebackers and the safeties and tight ends running unfettered through green open fields of pasture, like Tommy Sweeney's great-great-granddaddy's sheep yard.
A great effort by Johnson and the throw by Rippon, and now good job by Rippon as he
bad theme for the night. You got to carry him, man. You got to carry him. You're in cover 2. You need a backer to carry him.
Time.
I think that was probably Jamal Hill.
Catch and run.
He's raw. He's still learning the linebacker position. I like some of the things he's done.
There's no doubt now.
Stop chuckling. This is an important moment, Troy. We got weather barreling in on us. This is the damn Hall of Fame game.
3rd down and 4. End zone, why not? How about some more?
Watch this now.
Through that, you see he's on the left of the
Number 17, Chris Boyd, is in coverage right there on the left of your screen. Treating
And
Colin
he's gotta
Johnson
work
like a
through
Siberian
that over
husky.
the top. Defenders expecting him to continue on.
Been able to get out here and play a game.
Oh, here we go. Tim Boyle.
That time is coming soon. We just got a.
Oh, that was Case. Okay, Case for the ball security. I thought it was Tim Boyle.
I think a sack fumble. They recovered it, but
Case not as mobile as he once was and doesn't respond and react to pressure same way he could back in his younger days or at U of H.
I know that you worked out with Myles Garrett in the offseason.
That was pretty bad pass protection.
And you still send clips to J.J. Watt so that he can give
I send clips to J.J. Watt, too. I think he's getting tired of it.
you advice. Just like, what part of your game do you want to be even better this season?
Go, Steven Sims.
It is really tough on him.
Here is a 58-yard try by Fairbairn.
Fairbairn is 11 for 12 in the past 2 seasons with kicks over 50 yards. He's hit a 61-yarder in his career. I think that's his high. Texans missed him when he was gone last year.
Right. And that'll keep this a 4-point game. NFL severe weather has resulted in the termination of tonight's game. The decision was made by the NFL in New York in consultation with local public safety officials.
Well, public safety officials, I'll tell you one thing. I'm showing up to that next Akron City Council meeting. Those are the highlights put out by the NFL. Obviously, they're kind of even-handed and incomplete. I'm going to do a Davis Mills breakdown, and I'm going to do some more very Texans-oriented highlights and lowlights from the game. I'm Seth Payne, played for the Texans a long time ago. Please like, subscribe, tell a friend. Unless you don't like it, then just step away. Just step away.